Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I want to do a reading today. It's a reading that a subscriber of mine has requested, and that is to look at Prince George. And I have started this reading several times already and been interrupted every time I've done it. So it'll be interesting to see if I get anywhere with this attempt. I suspect Prince George doesn't want me to look at him in this reading, but let's see what happens. I'm using my Tarot Nova deck. I've already shuffled. The Tarot Nova, of course, is the deck that I like to use. It's a very simple little deck, very good for reading children's energy. So I am going to be looking at his personality, his relationship with his mother and father, his gifts and talents, his challenges, lessons, his relationship with the Sussexes as he goes through his life, and what his life path actually is, what his purpose is here. So hopefully that will cover all the questions that people may have for the time being for Prince George. I don't want to go into the gruesome detail of what his reign will be like. At this point it's way too early for that. And so we're just going to look at these 7 very simple, very general questions to see if the cards will give us a feeling for who he is, what he's here to do, what he's here to learn. And finally, I think that the universe is going to let me speak, because the underlying card in this reading is the Page of Pentacles, and that's a child. It's a child on a journey, child on a serious journey, journey that is filled with purpose and meaning and significance, holding that key. So I think we have our reading now. I'm hoping that we do anyway. And so the very first question that I have for the tarot is the central card. Just a card to show us what his personality is like. We know he's a Cancerian boy, last degree of Cancer, very sensitive, very shy. It's the anoretic degree for people who understand astrology, know astrology. So it's a very Cancerian degree. It's all the lessons of the sign of Cancer bundled into one in that last degree. So quite tough for him. So let's see. What is his personality? What do you get? Wow, Justice. What an amazing card. Absolutely amazing. I'm getting goosebumps looking at that. That's just incredible. That is just such a good energy for a person with such the weight of destiny on his shoulders, on his very young shoulders at the moment. That's incredible. That is very good karma. First of all, he's a person who is blessed, who will do the right thing in his life. He will be very fair. He will be very decent, very honorable, and I think he is aware already at this time in his life of the weight of history that's on him, the need to be impeccable in his behavior and in his character. And that's a massive card. That's a major arcana, Justice. Wow. Heavy reading, heavy energy, not heavy in a negative sense, but heavy in a seriousness sense, and that is why the Page of Pentacles came out, indicating a young energy, a child, but a child with the weight of history and destiny on his shoulders already. So, what is Prince George's relationship with his mother like? And what will it be like? 2 of Cups. A lovely card, really. It's a partnership. It's love. Love, pure and simple. They love each other. They will protect each other, look after each other, share things with each other, be vulnerable with each other and caring with each other. It's an absolutely lovely energy, and very good to see. Very healthy, very loving, very sensitive, very supportive and nurturing energy there. So nothing to worry about there. What is his relationship with his father like, with Prince William? And we get the 10 of Wands in reverse. It's an interesting card to come out, because of course the 10 of Wands is being burdened. And it's what I've been talking about, the weight of history and all that expectation and everything that this boy is burdened with. This is the burden that Prince William is carrying as well. And so Prince William knows exactly what burden Prince George is carrying already and will be carrying with him through his life. But because the card is in the reverse, it's one of the few cards in the deck that you actually want to see in the reverse. This tells me that Prince William is going to help him carry that burden. When it's in the upright, it is, you're on your own. You've got this long and miserable journey ahead of you, very heavy burdens, and on you go, soldiering on. In the reverse, you put your burdens down. You say, I don't have to carry those burdens. And in this context, because I'm asking about his relationship with his father, I'm getting very clearly that his father will be saying to him, you do not have to carry this burden of being the heir to the throne, the whatever number heir to the throne. You do not have to carry this burden on your own. I will guide you. I will help you. I will show you the way. And as I'm saying that, I'm getting quite emotional. This is turning out to be quite an emotional reading for me to do. And obviously the universe wanted to get this reading just right, and that's why I kept being interrupted when I was doing it previous times. So very interesting. So my next question for the tarot is, what gifts does Prince George have? What assets does he bring into this life? What blessings does he bring into this life? Nine of Pentacles. Well, that is, of course, that abundance that the royal family has, very obviously, the Nine of Pentacles. But it is also about being self-possessed. It's about being independent. It's about being able to stand on your own 2 feet, be self-reliant. He's not needy. You might think from that Two of Cups that there is a certain amount of neediness in his personality, but that isn't the energy I'm getting off the Two of Cups. That isn't a codependent card. I have another card that I read as codependent. That is just pure love and support and nurturing. This tells me that Prince George will be very mature, very self-sufficient, very responsible with resources as well, because the Nine of Pentacles is the card of being wise with your resources and careful with your resources. You enjoy the good things in life, but you aren't overindulgent. You aren't self-indulgent. You are careful and self-reliant, self-contained. So very good energy, very good energy to bring into this life, to bring into the situation that he's going to be finding himself in, that he is already finding himself in, because it seems to me from these cards that he is quite aware of who he is and what his role is and what he has to do in this life. But it seems to me that he's not going to be overwhelmed at any point by what he's got to do. He's going to be able to make his own decisions, find his own way, be very independent in his thinking. He's not going to squander resources. He's not going to be greedy. He's not going to be indulgent and profligate. So very good. This is a tricky question that I have for this reading, and I will be doing all the other children in due course. So I'll be doing the same spread for all of them. What challenges lie ahead for him? What lessons is he here to learn? And I get the Nine of Cups in reverse. And Nine of Cups in reverse is about not getting your way, not having your dreams fulfilled. So Prince George may have an ambition at some stage in his life to be a vet, or to go and be a game ranger in Africa, or trying to eliminate the thought that came into my head, because I don't want him to be the subject of mockery, but he might want to go into the arts at some level and do something creative. And that might be what he really, really wants to do. Excuse me. As I'm saying this, my throat chakra is blocking up. So it's confirming this for me, that there is going to be something in Prince George's life that he really, really, really wants to do. Something he really wants to be. Something that he really would like to express. And these two cards are balancing each other. Two nines. Nine of Pentacles. And I kept saying with the Nine of Pentacles, he's not going to be self-indulgent. He's not going to be able to be. He knows that he cannot be. And this card, the Nine of Cups, when it is in the upright, is often self-indulgent. He is not going to be able to be that. He's not going to indulge in whatever it is that is close to his heart, that might really define him he's going to have difficulty with that. It's not a terrible thing. It's not betrayal. It's not crisis. It's not a tower. It's not death. It's not any of those things. This is intimate and personal stuff. He might fall in love with someone that he is not acceptable for some reason. He might, as I say, have a career wish that he cannot fulfill in this lifetime, that he's going to have to sacrifice. So there is some element of sacrifice, not surprising given who he is, of course, and given this Ten of Wands card here, that his father is in the position of his father. So that isn't too terrifying. It's not dreadful. He will hopefully be supported through this by his parents. These are both very supporting energies coming through here. Wise, comforting, knowledgeable parents who will be there for him and guide him on this journey that he's going to be going on, witnessed by all of us. Well, for some of us, not for a very long time, but for some of you out there, you'll be living certainly to see this journey unfold for many decades ahead, hopefully. So this question here is, what will his relationship be like with the Sussex branch of the family, the troublesome Sussex branch of the family? Going to get on like a house on fire. I was going to specify Archie in this, and then I thought I'll just keep it general really. But Page of Wands, there's Archie, his cousin, who a lot of people think is a fire sign, Aries boy, a date of birth very open to debate. Allegedly, and of course, let me just throw in my usual caution: tarot reading, in my opinion, entertainment purposes only. But they are going to get on, and that's really quite a startling card to see. Page of Wands, another little boy. We have this little boy, the Page of Pentacles, who's got this heavy job ahead of him, and here we have his little cousin, Page of Wands. It does look like this is going to be the fun cousin, the one that brings a sense of let's go and do something a little bit naughty, let's just go and play, let's just go and forget who we are for a while and just enjoy each other's company. So very interesting, because there's quite an age gap between the two of them, big age gap, particularly now at their age that they're at. But it does look like in future there is going to be a good relationship with, at least with Archie, and that's very encouraging to see. Looks like things down the line, there is going to be some healing. And I've been seeing that in the cards, at least with certain members of the Sussex family, definitely not with one particular member of the Sussex family. So my final question for this short little reading on Prince George is his life path, his mission, his purpose. What is he here to do, to achieve? And I get the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is that careful harvesting and guarding of resources. Seven of Pentacles. He is here to guard the royal family as they go through potentially times of crisis in future. We've seen the Nine of Pentacles already. We've seen the Page of Pentacles come out as the underlying energy, and now his life path is the Seven of Pentacles. In traditional tarot, it's the farmer with his harvest, and he's carefully watered the crops, tended the crops, protected them from pests and whatever else, blight and bad weather, and he's finally managed to collect Seven Pentacles and store them and protect them and take one of those pentacles home. Prince George, and I think the name George is, and please correct me in the comments, this is coming from deep in the mists of a very old and tired brain. George, I know there was Farmer George, the King Farmer George, but I think the name George itself has something to do with farming, with husbandry, with caring for resources. And he is going to be careful. He is going to make sure that what the royal family represents, what it stands for, what it has accumulated over the centuries is not squandered, that it's protected. The property, the palaces, the castles, the lands, the dignities, the status, the history is going to be very carefully preserved by Prince George. He is going to be very aware of the fact that he has all of this in his hands and that he is the one responsible for guarding it, protecting it, caring for it, handing it on to a future generation. So a very interesting energy coming from these cards, a very serious energy, very wise, careful energy, very aware. He's very aware of who he is and what he's got to do. There's no doubt about it. This isn't reading as a child's energy at all. This is the child energy, the Page of Wands. This is the one who will be helping him to relax, holidays maybe with him, go off and just do normal things, mad things, good healthy outdoorsy things with the crazy cousin from California. That's going to be fun to see, and I hope that this reading is absolutely true. I really do hope that the cards are coming through here today from a very good and high place, and sharing these insights with us all today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing this reading. It was quite emotional at times, but we got through it this time. So on that note, I'll see you on the next one.